Friends, I'm filled with so many different emotions as I stand before you. I am thrilled that the Tamil Nadu Tamils and the Ilangai Tamils are coming together to start a journey that I'm so excited about. I am proud to see the culture, the music of the Tamil people, and I am sad that for 50 years, from 1958 to 2009, people were trying to subjugate us, not understanding that Tamil people can never be subjugated. Right? We have, perhaps even in this room, some Attapans who might be telling other people what we are saying, but we have to stand proud and straight. I'm also grateful that I was born a Sri Lankan Tamil, and I'm grateful for my father, Mr. J.M. Rajaratnam, who was a founder of the Tamil Sangam in the US, as well as my guiding light. He told me, and I've said this many times before, son, spend the first third of your life learning. Spend the second third of your life earning. And spend the last third of your life giving. Because you can't take it up with you. And if you give too much money to your children, you create lazy human beings. And I know for a fact, because I was one of the trustees, he gave his entire estate, several $1 million, to the Tamil people. I intend to follow his example because he is my guru. Right? Now, let me also tell you a story of my affiliation with Tamil Nadu. I first went to Tamil Nadu at the age of 8 in 1965 or 66. And at that time, the central government tried to make Hindi the official language of India. And Tamil Nadu was one of the states that agitated against it. And as our plane landed and we were driving to the hotel, I saw these slogans on the wall. Thai moli Tamil irukka, Nai moli Hindi edarkaga. And that was the time, for those who were as old as I was, when Annadure of the DMK was instilling Tamil pride among the Tamil people. Now let's talk about, so the Indian government, central government, backed off. Today, Tamil Nadu is the second wealthiest state in all of India, behind only Maharashtra. Right? Tamil Nadu leads in agricultural technology, in education, in IT, women's education, and manufacturing. Electrical vehicle companies like Winfest from Vietnam, manufacturing for Apple, Nokia, and even Tesla is looking at India and looking at Tamil Nadu. So that's the progress that Tamil Nadu did from 65 to today. In 9 years earlier, in 1956, SWRD Bandaranaike tried to make Sri Lanka a singular-only country. Tamils protested peacefully, then not so peacefully, and today, 60 years later, Sri Lanka is bankrupt. So a decision made to exclude other minorities, other religions, left India became prosperous, Sri Lanka became bankrupt. We should never forget that. Inclusivity is more important than trying to segment each other. Right? So I was also here in Sri Lanka in 1958 when the first racial riots happened. And my father sent my mother and my sister to Jaffna. We had to run to Jaffna in our own country. I was here in 83 after I graduated from business school. And I was scared because they were dragging people out of buses for no other reason than the fact that you were Tamil. And in both cases, in 58 and in 83, the government was silent for 2 or 3 days. So there's a saying in Tamil, Maunamanda Samandam. That means if you're silent, you're agreeing with what's happening. Right? Now, today, I am so excited about the prospects in the northern province and the eastern province, and I'm going to tell you a few reasons why. Number one, we are peaceful. We don't worry about our lives anymore. Nobody's bombing us. Right? We don't worry about being abducted in white vans and not heard of. Whether our bodies are incinerated or not, we don't know because the government is not accountable. So peace is the ultimate peace of mind that you can go for a walk and not be confronted. Second thing is the bridge to Tamil Nadu. Whether it's a water bridge like the Vice Chancellor said, or digital bridge or a physical bridge, things that FETNA is doing enhances the connectivity. There are 70 million of our brethren there, and we should welcome them and provide them opportunities, and I'm going to talk about the opportunities later. Thirdly, there are 3 million Ilangai Tamils, 1 million of them are diaspora. So 1 in every 3 people are living outside Sri Lanka. And if you look at their achievement, it's disproportionate to the numbers in the world. They are great businessmen, they are great in finance, in academics, in medicine, and all of that. Since the new government has come into place, I see a lot of activity from the Tamil diaspora. Tamil diaspora own TV stations, they formed political parties, they've donated to hospitals, some of them have come back and created businesses. So that gives the Tamils of Jaffna and Northern Province and Eastern Province a lot of strength. And we should, welcome them, whatever form they want to contribute. The thing that I noticed a couple of years ago when I came back to Sri Lanka after the previous government left was Sri Lanka is a land of middlemen. The one who makes the money is a middleman. If you take the rice industry, the middleman that processes the rice makes much more money than the farmer. In effect, he makes the farmer an economic slave. They lend money at high interest rates. Then they give fertilizer, and 2 months before the harvest, they go and try to collect. And we cannot let that happen. We cannot let our farmers become economic slaves to vultures in the south. So I, together with Satyamurthy, Dr. Satyamurthy, are you here, sir? He's one of my heroes. Okay. We said this can't happen. So we set up a fund to give farmers low-cost interest. We are meeting tomorrow with a gentleman to build a storage facility in Kilinochchi and then build a rice processing factory in Kilinochchi so that when these guys come and try to exploit us, we're going to say no more. We're not going to be economic slaves. Every day, 150 trucks leave Jaffna to the south. Why? Because we don't have processing capabilities. So we have funded fruit processing, animal fertilizer, so that we keep the value added in the north. Right? Our first commandment or first principle is thou shalt not make money out of our fellow Tamils. We know how to make money outside Sri Lanka. When you look at these opportunities without profit as your motive, the lens becomes different. So we have today, in the last year or so, backed 12 companies in agriculture, in fisheries, in IT, and in tourism. And yesterday we had our annual meeting to look for budget for 2024. And we've increased our budget by about 40 to 50% for 2024. And we want to increase that by another 50 or 60%. Without the only criteria being, are you creating jobs? We are not looking for profit. We are not looking for equity participation, but we want to create jobs. The areas that we are focused on is agriculture, is tourism, is IT, and fisheries. These are areas where we are naturally gifted: agriculture, fisheries, IT. So as you look at Jaffna and Batticalow, please understand that so many business opportunities. I'm looking at it at a different lens. I'm not looking at it as a profit lens, but there are so many, there's no processing factories here. The USAID and World Bank, with good intentions, built manufacturing facilities in the north, and now they are mothballed. You can buy them or lease them for 10 cents on the dollar. That's going to be one of our major initiatives in 2024, to go to these people and say, let's operate and see whether we can do a public-private partnership. So, in 2024, I would urge all of us to be inclusive. Look at our brothers in the north and look at our fellow Sri Lankans in the south to do business. We are 2 million Tamils. There are 20 million Sinhalese to the south, 70 million Tamils to the north. It's a huge market opportunity. Our wages are at least 50% lower than that of India. And we are hungry as a nation. I'm humbled to see all the people who stayed here during the war. I can't imagine what life was, right? But 14 or 15 years later, there's no peace dividend. Banks are charging 20%. You can't pay the banks 20% and run a sustainable business, as my friend Mr. Rasaya knows. So I'm really optimistic over the next 10 or 15 years. I am giving millions of dollars and willing to give tens of millions of dollars to help my people. And just understand, if you look at the history of the Tamil people, we've never been subjugated for any length of time. We lost our struggle because not only did we have to fight the people from the south, but the Pakistani pilots that were bombing us with the concurrence of the government, and the Indian so-called peacekeeping force that came. We didn't stand a chance, a nation of 2 or 3 million people. But when I see the cultural, the music, the Nadeswaram, the pride in being a Tamil, I am humbled, proud, and that's why I started by saying, I come here with mixed emotions: gratitude for being Tamil, gratitude to my father, my guru, and gratitude for all of you who are going to make this country a model country or a model region for the rest of the world. So to the 70 or 75 Tamils in the world, as you walk out of this auditorium, take a minute to say, I'm grateful for being a Tamil, and I'm grateful that the war is over, and we can now go about our business without any interference. With that, I thank you, and I'm honored to say a few words. Thank you.